Now, one thing that always worries me about building network attached storage is, do the hard drives ever spin down, or are they just going to spin on all through the night and then it's going to wear out and kind of die kind of thing? And there are two ways of dealing with that, and the first is using the HD parameter program. So what we're going to do is you do sudo apt install hd parameter, hd-parm. That will install that program. And basically what you can do is you can do a hd-parm -c for check, and then /dev/sda, and it will tell you that it's currently active idle, which is not the same as sleeping. So to set the sleep interval, you do S, and then these numbers here work in 5-second increments. So S60 is 5 minutes, setting the standby to 5 minutes, and then hopefully you can then check that in 5 minutes time and that will have gone to sleep. One thing to note is that sometimes checking it can actually wake it up, which is a bit of a funny thing. However, this program doesn't always work. It depends on the hard drive, it depends on how the USB talks to it, whether it respects certain rules or not. So I actually found that most of the time I use a different program called HD idle. So the other program is called HD idle, but you have to build this one from source. It's over at SourceForge. Here is the direct link, so you can download it directly from the SourceForge repository. That will download this tar file. You then need to extract that tar file like this using the tar extract command. That will then create a HD idle directory, so we can go into there. Now you may need to install another package to make sure you can build packages, so we'll just quickly do that. App install db helper, which is a way to create Debian package files, so you make sure that's installed. Then what you do to create the package is use this command here, and it's quoted in the readme file if you need to reference it. So this will basically build the packages, so we just let that go and do its work. You can ignore that last error there, and then once it's done that, you then need to install the packages that have been created. And again, this instruction is found in the readme file, and it basically just goes off and installs it. And then all we need to do is edit the configuration file to make sure that it auto starts and to use the parameters that we actually want. So you need to edit etc/default/hd idle. And what you need to do here at the top is where it says hd start hd idle false, where we want to change that to true. And then here at the bottom we want to just uncomment this line here. And then you can of course provide whatever number you want in here for how many seconds you want it to delay before it actually puts the disks to sleep. And one final other tip, you can see here that we put in //mypi3nas or mypi0nas when we were doing it on the Pi 0. If that doesn't work because it's using the net BIOS name lookup, you can put in the IP address. Remember, we did set a permanent IP address right at the beginning, or I said you should set a permanent IP address, so you can put that in instead, and of course you still get through to the same place. So if it's not working one way, and I've had this, it doesn't always pick it up, then you can get to it using the IP address, and hopefully one way or the other you'll actually get it to work.